E-Zee Aqua Supreme, a water-soluble topping, prevents the intricate parts of designs from sinking into the nap or pile of thick fabric. Available in a wide range of sizes. Use E-Zee Aqua Supreme topping with high-profile fabrics such as fleece, knit sweaters, sweatshirts, suede cloth, fur, upholstery, especially the heavy type, corduroy, and especially terry towels. Open weave fabrics like the burlap that you see here and mesh sportswear also need a water-soluble stabilizer along with the water-soluble topping. Thinner knits and piqué fabrics will also benefit from the use of topping. Here we're going to show you some examples of designs that were stitched with and without E-Zee Aqua Supreme topping. The first one that you see here is on a piqué fabric. This is very often seen in the golf polo shirts. Piqué fabric with its swales and high peaks benefit greatly from the use of topping, even with a simple design. Notice the black outer satin stitches to see the difference between the stitched out with topping and the one that was stitched on the right without topping. Even the frog's eyes look better where the topping held up the fill underneath. It gave the stitches on top a more crisp look. These flowers were stitched with Burma, a heavy 12-weight wool blend embroidery thread on top of a thick knit sweater. The combination of the thick thread on the thick fabric called for the use of E-Zee Aqua Supreme in order to get the nice results you are seeing on the left. Finally, our last example of when to use water-soluble topping is with the use of thin embroidery thread. Polyneon 75 weight, the thinnest embroidery thread on the market, was used in this specially digitized design. The letters are only 2.5 millimeters high. Without the use of topping in stitching out these small letters, the clarity and easy readability that you see here would not have been achieved. This is the design we are going to be walking you through today. It's a large design with intricate details, and it is going on a thick pullover hooded sweatshirt. Because of the detail in the design, the thickness of the fabric, and the number of stitches, we made the decision that this project would benefit from the use of a water-soluble topping like E-Zee Aqua Supreme. Always start with a dry workspace when working with E-Zee Aqua Supreme, since it is affected by any type of moisture or steam. Here you see all of the materials needed for this project. We have our design with the run sheet, our garment. We're going to use an E-Zee Cut Super Hefty 3-ounce, which is a heavyweight cutaway stabilizer, a spray bottle filled with water, or you may choose to use a steam iron, a can of Madeira's spray adhesive, and of course E-Zee Aqua Supreme. The design we are embroidering is quite large, so we are going to lightly spray Madeira's temporary spray adhesive to hold it in place during the hooping. For such a large area, we are lightly spraying one half, pressing it down, then we lightly spray the other side and press it down. Once you have turned the garment right side out, you simply slide the bottom part of the hoop underneath and align the top part of the hoop. Notice that we have hooped the garment upside down to make it easier to slide the hoop onto the machine through the bottom part of the sweatshirt. Be sure you have flipped the design in the machine as well. Trim a piece of E-Zee Aqua Supreme slightly larger than the design. Place the water-soluble topping inside the hoop on top of the fabric where you plan to embroider the design. You can use adhesive tape to hold the topping in place, or you can also hoop the E-Zee Aqua Supreme if you prefer. Be sure to mark your center. Then trace the design on your machine to ensure it embroiders where you want it to. As always, check to make sure there is no material caught underneath. We've all made that mistake, right? Okay, so now you can start embroidering. Here we are just finishing up the design here. We're almost done. Remove the finished design from the machine. We've removed the hoop, however you can leave it in the hoop for this next process if you choose. Remove the excess topping from the outside of the design first by tearing the excess in toward the center of the design. Notice how the excess on the outside is easily torn away. Set aside the water-soluble topping you've torn away. The excess will come in handy for removing the smaller pieces later. Using a fine-tip tool like tweezers, remove some of the larger areas of topping from inside the design. The running stitches done with metallic thread in the spokes of the bicycle are somewhat delicate. We do not want to put added pressure on them, so we will remove that part of the topping along with the small areas around the flowers and basket with water. Using a steam iron can be the best way to remove E-Zee Aqua Supreme, as it uses the least amount of water. Be sure to be careful while working closely with hot steam. Not everyone has a steamer, but don't worry, an inexpensive spray bottle filled with tap water will do just as well. It does help to hang the garment, but you can do this flat as well. The trick to removing topping is to first apply the moisture with steam or a spray bottle, then wait 30 to 60 seconds before you try removing it. Grab the excess topping you set aside and wad it up into a ball. Spray or carefully steam one side of the ball. Then spray or steam the areas where you need to remove the trap topping on your design. Remember to wait at least 30 seconds and then test the ball and the topping on the design with your finger. If they have started to feel tacky, you can now use what we call the bubblegum technique. Dab at the small areas of topping with the tacky excess wad of topping and watch the small pieces easily pull away. You may find that you need to add a little more moisture if it is not coming off completely. Over time and experimentation, you'll learn what works best for you and adjust your technique. One point I want to remind you is that when you are embroidering with large shrubs, you want to make sure that you're never stacking up damp embroidered garments. After allowing the garment to dry completely, it is now ready to wear. The thin stitches that create the wheel spokes and the metallic basket on this bicycle show great clarity with the use of E-Zee Aqua Supreme topping. The edges of the many satin stitches are clear as well with the use of the topping.